step I take, I move my truth. Every time they tell me stop, I use every comment, hate that makes my fuel. Gather up my energy and boom, I hear them talking, saying the way that I move is so reckless. That is a part of my mind I've been blessed with, giving my blood so I am relentless.
So what is this? Weekly update?
This is going band for band.
So we got what was it? Gucci and Gideon last time, wasn't it?
Gucci and Gideon, yeah.
Yeah.
This time it's going band for band with
Well, you can go band for band. I'm going to go M for M.
Okay.
So, yeah. What do you got? What's been cracking?
We got a little bit to cover. It's been, I don't know, when was the last one we did? Like 3 weeks ago?
Probably.
So yeah, let's get right into it.
All right.
Well, obviously we went on a bear hunt and you did a podcast with the Rivets, but I'm going to maybe hope to add a little behind the scenes look into that bear hunt.
Okay.
So let's start there. This is my first time, obviously coming from Montana, you're not allowed to hunt over bait. So this is my first time kind of with that experience. And I think a lot of people, just when they hear hunting bears over bait, think lazy.
Yeah.
And that's just not the case. So
No.
I want you to kind of elaborate on the process, what John and Jen do, and how hunting bears over bait is very much not lazy.
Yeah, it's so much work. They have to work for months getting ready for their hunters they have up there. And it's super remote where they hunt. It's public land. It's called Crown Land, which is essentially public land. So they have permits in this area to bait, and it's very regulated. There's so many bear up there. It's about the only way you can get the bear numbers down to where they're not going to be devastating moose calves, elk calves, deer fawns. So they have to be killed. Up there in that setting, to bait the way they do with, 40 to 60 baits, I think, it's like a process. It is a process to get what they use is oats, which is actually really good. It's like kind of like grain-fed beef, essentially, but it's bear. But they love the oats. And get some grease in there, too, to kind of give it a little flavor. But just dealing with, and then beavers. You have to have the stink. So beavers that takes the bait to the next level. Bear love beaver,
I only gagged a few times.
And those beavers are ripe because bears can smell those things when they get ripe for probably 10 miles.
Yeah. When I was stuffed into the back of the Argo with that maggoty beaver.
Yeah. It's so if a bear can smell it from 10 miles, you can smell it pretty good from a foot. It's very pungent, let's just say. But anyway, you get that process there, the barrels, the oats, the grease, the beaver, and the bear, they'll come in, but this is a whole nother thing. So that takes you have to hit these baits every, if you have 60, maybe a couple times a week per each, these roads get muddy. They're spread out. It's a freaking grind and tough on equipment too.
Yeah.
You saw that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, he had to replace a bunch of things on the trailers and the side-by-sides and always something.
Yeah. The mud up there is brutal, but, so it's a huge thing. And then once you get the bears coming in, so it's the rut, it's breeding, which is breeding season for those that don't know. So the boars, they are cruising around. They might show up on a bait and never show up there again, or come back, weeks later, or maybe come back the next day. But it's very hit and miss because they're looking for hot sows. And a hot sow would just mean that sow and heat. So they want to breed. That's pretty much all they do. And you can sit on a bait and see a ton of bear up there. But if you're only hunting big boar, you might not get one. You might not have one come in.
Yeah, I could see how, people see the videos you post or other people and think, well, that's like taking candy from a baby, because you have these bears that are 10 feet away from you. But yeah, I mean, there's tons of those, and, the whole week it was tough to see a bear that was like, okay, this is one that's a shooter. So yeah, I think it's important to maybe, obviously you say it all the time, but it really isn't as easy as it looks.
No,
you know?
Killing a bear wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
If you I just want to kill a bear, which
Right.
that's most hunters, they can't even tell the difference between a male and a female. It's not like
Right.
these things have antlers, right?
Yeah.
So unless you know what you're looking at, it can be very difficult. But if you just want to kill a bear, it wouldn't be that hard. And all I want to kill is big mature boars. So that takes it to another level, because then you have to identify them. But even like the second bear that I killed, you can kill 2 bear up there. I did kill two big bear. But the second bear, we were kind of being more selective on that one, just making sure we killed a nice big boar, the right one. And when it was just a whole different level of electricity in the air when he came in. Those other bear were in and out, chasing each other, fighting. The sows were very aggressive, up and down trees, making all these crazy noises, which if we ever get bush dragons too, maybe you guys will see, but I don't know where we're at with that. Do you?
I don't know. You'll have to talk to your film guy.
But see, it's so much vocalization. It's super cool. But when the big boar comes in, it like takes it to another level. And then it's just like, you want to make sure you're shooting the right one. So you're still trying to identify it. But to me, there was really no question that was the bear we were after. And it was cool because Jen hadn't been out with us, and she went out with us on that it was the last evening of the hunt, basically. And she loves bear hunting too. I love having them around. It's just fun. But there's a lot of, it can be anxious, because you want to make a perfect shot. When the boar came in that I wanted to kill, we had like an hour and a half. It was like we had time. But by the time he came in and out, I never had a shot. He was spooking pretty wary. So then it was like getting down to like, okay, now it was tons of light. Now we're like, I mean, we got light, but it wasn't like perfect camera, like, light to make it look epic. Then this is like an hour down the road, and we had an hour and a half, so I thought we had a lot of time. And an hour later, I still hadn't killed him.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this won't make the film, so this will be an interesting story. But obviously, this was my first hunt with you where we killed something.
Oh, yeah. The lion hunt, the only hunt I've never killed on was because of James.
And that was my first hunt with you, so that's great.
Yeah.
Starting off strong. But anyways, so, you're sitting in these ground blinds, and we can get to that here in a second. But obviously, as a camera guy, I try to be extremely aware of my movements and how I affect a hunt. And as a camera guy, it's like the last thing you want to do is impact somebody's hunt and ruin it. There's a lot of pressure.
Okay. I'm hearing what you're saying.
So we're sitting there waiting, and we're having a ton of action on this last bait. This is the last night. And I just, in my head, was like, the camera's going to be on and rolling a lot, and that's going to be eating through a lot of battery. And so I'm like, I should get another battery out. So I carefully unzip my bag, and the problem was I had 2 bags of Cheetos in there I'd forgotten about.
Fuck.
And my batteries were underneath them.
Under the Cheetos. Huh. I said, seems like an odd place to keep something you're going to have to get to.
I think that's pretty common. Most camera guys
Pretty
do that.
standard. Yeah. Do stupid shit like that. Yeah. That makes sense.
So I think I tried on 3 different,
At least
separate
3
occasions to get the batteries out. And at one point I thought, I've gone crazy. I didn't put the batteries in my bag. This is the first time I've ever done this.
Yeah.
And what did you say?
I said, James, pardon me. If it wouldn't be too much trouble, if it would be okay with you, could you like just get them, but just do your best to be quiet. Was it like that?
Yeah, you're always super aware of other people's feelings.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it.
Anyways, so I had like 15 minutes left on my battery. This bear comes in. We won't spoil it, but it was close. We made it though. And then, my batteries were there, so I did bring them. I just stuffed them in the worst place possible, which is great.
Have you ever tried a Cheeto as a battery? I mean, because if those would work, then I would
have had tons of batteries.
Yeah, you would have been fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it might be something to consider.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I think next time I won't put my batteries under the Cheetos.
Oh, okay.
Because
yeah, it's I just love the fact that basically you're surrounded by bear.
Yeah.
And the cool part about baiting is you get that chance to essentially interact with them because they're right there. And they're like trying to figure out what's going on. Some of these places like this one where I killed that last bear and the first bear, we don't know how many humans they've seen back there. It is so far back. So these things are wild. They really don't, it's not like they're, I don't know if they've developed a fear of humans. They're used to there's not a lot of grizzlies there. Grizzly seldom ever would come through this area. So they're pretty much top of the food chain. And so it makes it interesting. When you're sitting on the ground, you look like pretty small, pretty non-threatening to a big bear. So yeah, you get that, they get close.
Yeah, I think, we could elaborate a little more on that. I mean, you kind of did, but just the difference between, because I think a lot of people hunt them from a tree stand.
Yeah.
But being on the ground with them and why that's different and what that offers to the hunt.
Well, it offers just a whole nother level of connection.
Right.
There are risks at stake. Being eye to eye is something I talk about a lot. I love being eye to eye with bears. Just different, it's not as safe if you're worried about safety or things like that, then a tree is definitely a way to go. But for me, I've killed, I started hunting out of a tree stand. And so I killed a lot of bear doing that. But now I haven't killed a bear out of a tree stand in quite a while because I just like that connection. I like just being down there, I like seeing them interact. I like them being close. And then for whatever reason, I don't even know if, I'm sure the film won't talk about it, but I do a counting coup on my bear kills and can't do that from a tree.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You got to get going right after that arrow hits, which... Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Because I don't see anybody else understanding this.
Yeah, but do you need them? I guess we need them to understand, but we also need them to be curious about it and not
judgmental. Yeah. I don't think you can avoid the judgment part. You put yourself out there, you're going to be judged.
Yeah, always.
So,
but I mean, as someone who had never experienced that before, it's super powerful, And so I know we had talked about it and like, how can we capture the power of that moment and not just show it from like a surface level of, what's happening.
And I think, I don't know, people, they won't believe this no matter how many times I say it, but I'm just going to say it just for fun. The goal isn't ever for me to get it on film, the counting coup. It's not, that was never a plan. We never talked about it. I never said one word about it. I mean, did I?
No, no.
So, I mean, it's not for anybody else. It's for me. It's just what I feel called to do is be there when the life leaves the bear. And so, yeah, I don't check in. I don't, as I said, I think I mentioned this in my book, I'm not like, John, come on, bring your gun. It's never, I'm just gone.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
Yeah. You didn't even know if I was there or not.
I didn't.
Yeah.
And so I think people, they think this is just some, they might look at it if we ever did share it, and they might look at it and say, oh, well, this is just for likes or whatever the fuck, people love to say that. But, it's not about that at all, because I don't even care. We don't even make a plan for filming it.
No. Yeah. I mean, I guess to kind of explain what had happened is the only reason I even had an inkling to follow you or that I knew it was going to happen is because of your book. But you hadn't said anything before that, prior to that. And in the footage, at least for the first bear, I'm a little bit behind because I mean, it was like the shot and then you were gone. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And just to do my job, I just followed and didn't know if I should have or not. So, but yeah, hopefully we can find some way to, I don't know.
It's powerful. It's, when you're taken as a hunter, we know, if we're successful, we took the life of an animal. That's something that we've come to terms with, and that's just what we do. It's not always enjoyable. It's not like something fun that people get off on or anything like that, which non-hunters might not understand. But for me specifically on bear, for whatever reason, I just have this connection, and I just want to, I don't know why, but I want to be there when, we talked to the Native American down on the movie set, and talked to him about this too. And he said, when the spirit leaves the animal, it's that's what that would be. And it's just a powerful moment to be there when that happens, knowing that I killed it and I'm there saying, it's okay. You can go. I'm sorry, but I appreciate the sacrifice. It's just for whatever reason. And it's not something that's scripted. Like, again, this is just what I feel I need to do. So I don't know if it'd be nice if everybody understood it, but I don't see how they can.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's part of my job, is to try and figure out a way that we could, but we'll see.
Yeah. But all in all, it's an incredible hunt. I love baiting. I love the work part of it. Yeah. I love seeing sometimes those bear, not the boars, but you got bear that come in while you're baiting sometimes. We had sows and cubs that put on a little show for us. That was cool. That sow, she's been around a while. She's a little cranky, but a good mom. She takes care of those cubs, it's a hard job with all those boars there, because the boars will kill the cubs. So the sow comes back in heat. He doesn't, all he cares about is getting the sows in heat. So if it takes killing a cub to do that, that's infanticide. That's what they do. So the sow has to protect the cubs, make sure they're up a tree, make sure she's close to them in case a boar comes in. So seeing that dynamic is powerful. And just being with John and Jen and their family, love their family. Julia is such a hard worker up there. Makes great food. Love their attitude, love their discussion. So yeah, I'm super thankful to be able to hunt up there with the rivets. Yeah.
Kind of, I guess along those lines of food, I think there's a pretty big misconception about bear meat as well. Mm-hmm. Even from hunters, I think some people think that it's just riddled with this weird parasite. So yeah, kind of elaborate a little bit on that. It's like,
yeah, it's, it's a lot of meat has risks, and you have to cook pig, pork thoroughly, chicken, that's whatever. I mean, hey, so bear is just, you have to get it up to 165 degrees, and that's just the way it goes. But it's not like, I've never looked at bear meat and had a bunch of worms, and they talk about trichinosis. I've never even seen a worm in bear meat. So I'm sure there are places where maybe it's more likely, but up there in the middle of nowhere, Alberta, stuff's pretty clean. Yeah. I've never seen anything. Actually, those two bear I killed, I took them to Gates down here in Cottage Grove, and they called yesterday, it's ready, so I'm going to go pick it up this afternoon. But I get breakfast sausage, pepperoni, put it in all sorts of stuff, stir fry, put it in the Instapot. It's great meat. So even, hunters, I'll be like, watch out for those worms or trichinosis or whatever. It's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of not a wives' tale, because it's real, but it's not really a risk
Yeah.
If you take care of it, that you need to worry about.
Yeah, it's definitely been inflated for sure.
Thanks, Steve Rinella.
I mean, bear meat, I think might be my favorite game meat.
It's good. It's good. And, you know, I'm just joking with Steve's. I love Steve. He's fine, but he did get trichinosis from eating uncooked, or not uncooked. They cooked it. They just didn't cook it thoroughly enough. So I don't want to get it. But it's never anything I've ever worried about.
Yeah. What's your favorite way to eat it, if you had to choose?
I like breakfast sausage.
It is good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Tough to beat.
But even the pepperoni.
Yeah.
Pepperoni's good.
I mean, the way Jen made it.
Yeah.
Or was it Julia that made either way? But
yeah, they put that. Oh, we're going to have, so I got 2 hams from my bear we're going to have at the Lift, Run, Shoot.
Yeah.
So we're cooking those on the Traeger, and those are going to be great.
So if you want trichinosis, come on.
Yeah, trichinosis and coleslaw.
What would you like as a side for your trichinosis?
Yeah, we got green beans. Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool if you could get salmonella too.
Yeah.
On the side. Could try that. Yeah, so that'll be fun to share my bear kills with everybody coming for the event. I think it's 20 people coming.
Yeah.
So it'd be sweet. I'd like to welcome Grizzly Coolers to the sponsorship of not only the podcast, but my hunt lifestyle. I couldn't be more thrilled that they are an American-made company that supplies durable, hard-sided coolers and hunting blinds. As you guys know, the meat from every one of my hunts means the world to me, my family, and friends. Meat storage and temperature control is of the utmost importance in transferring game from the hunt to your freezer, and there's nothing better than Grizzly products. The coolers are roto-molded, built for performance, field-tested, and guaranteed for a lifetime. Grizzly also has a wide variety of gear for all your outdoor adventure and training needs. Followers of the podcast get an exclusive 20% off of everything using code KEEPHAMMERING at grizzlycoolers.com upon checkout. Again, that's use code KEEPHAMMERING at checkout. Sig Sauer is leading the firearm outdoor industry in American innovation, ingenuity, and manufacturing. For over 250 years, Sig Sauer has evolved and thrived by blending American ingenuity, German engineering, and Swiss precision. SIG is synonymous with industry-leading quality and innovation, which has made it the brand of choice amongst the U.S. military, the global defense community, law enforcement, competitive shooters, hunters, and responsible citizens. That's why I have decided to partner with them for my personal protection and concealed carry of choice. SIG and I are working on some pretty cool collaborations for the archery community as well. And I'm thrilled to have them as a sponsor of the show. SIG is actually offering you guys a discount on optics too, which is unheard of in the industry. I'm looking forward to trying out their new image stabilizing binos, the Zulu 6 on my bear hunt in Alberta with the rivets. Those are also 10% off using code CAM at sigsauer.com. That's code CAM for 10% off.
Well, speaking of bears, Tanner got married recently. Candace said it was the best day of her life. So yeah, you said you pretty much feel like it couldn't have been any better, which is great.
No, it was good. I mean, you know, as a parent, you want to see, I don't know, it's just part of the journey raising kids. It's like, you know, you go through so much, and then you want to see them find somebody and make that commitment. You know, as I said, I think in the speech there at the party, the holy matrimony is like that union is like a happiness you can't manufacture any other way. And so I was very, very happy for both Tanner and Candace, and it was a great day. Rick Reeves did a great job with the ceremony. So yeah, super, super thankful how it turned out, and very happy for those kids.
Yeah, it was good to see the speech you'd prepared for months. You nailed it.
Yeah, that was, so Candace's dad comes up there, and he's got like 3 pages written out, and I'm after him, and I'm like, I hadn't even thought about what I was going to say.
No, I think you opened with, Tanner said if I wanted to say something, I could.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. But yeah, I felt definitely unprepared, especially after Joe went up there and then killed it with the 3-page soliloquy. But yeah, so I just off the dome. I freestyled it.
Freestyle, band for band.
Yeah, it was a good time though.
I think the thing that impressed me the most that night was how Truett could dance all night like a crack baby.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. He's got some endurance.
I guess so. Yeah, maybe that's his secret to training.
Yeah, he's very energetic. Just, I don't know. He's always just fun, goofy, looks like he's having a great time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's on the spectrum or not, but.
I don't think that's a question. I think it's guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like, you see somebody like that happy, having that much fun, and you're a little bit jealous. You're like, dang. And that's sober? It's like,
dead sober.
yeah, I'm pretty jealous.
Yeah, I tried to sneak out of there with an Irish goodbye, but Tanner's military buddies stuffed me into a locker. So.
Yeah, he had some of his friends there from the Army. Is great to see.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, so we had Tanner's wedding. I think was that on a Saturday? Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. Mm-hmm. 2 days later, we left again for Auburn, California.
Yes.
And what are we doing there?
Oh man,
Baking in 105-degree heat.
Making movies. The
time.
Life of a movie star. God. Oh, it's brutal. It is brutal. It's a whole different world. But so, yeah, we're filming the movie Dream. I play Sheriff Browning in it. Lot of moving parts in a movie.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it as a camera guy?
I mean, so I've always done really small crews, like 6 or less. I've never been on set for a narrative. I don't know. I look at like all the specific jobs everyone has, and I'm like this person is assigned to taking out trash can 1.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
There's 100 people there.
Yeah. And everything's moving, and you kind of look at it and wonder, how does everyone know what they're supposed to do?
Yeah.
And
SAG. Union, baby.
Yeah. But it's definitely overwhelming. You can see how things have the potential to go wrong. For sure.
Well, so the good part about having a small crew is less personalities to juggle, right?
That's for sure.
So when you have, say, 100 people, like I said, plus on the cast is, I don't know, maybe eight of us, maybe. But anyway, that's a lot of personalities, because even the guys working have personalities, and there's different, you interact with them, makeup people, wardrobe people, catering. It's just, then all the camera guys, the audio, the lights,
every assistant has their assistant.
Yeah. Real cops there.
Yeah.
To like oversee, make sure nobody's doing anything stupid. Extras. Then that was a live event, filming at a live event, which is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
So it's a motocross race. And and here's the crazy thing. So this shoot, I think this is day 6 of 32 right now. I got to go back for Friday and Saturday, but that's longer than a normal movie. Most normal movies are like 22 days. 22 days.
That's hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and it's shot, I didn't realize this, it does not even close to order.
no.
Like,
yeah.
we're getting the beginning of the movie maybe in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's definitely kind of it's mind boggling. And I think every movie probably has its ups and downs, and you just got to roll with the punches.
yeah.
But yeah, so we got there on Monday night. Then Tuesday we did some read throughs with the cast, which for me, going through that first read through, like I'm super impressed with the screenwriting, and like it was just captivating to sit there and listen to it. So pretty excited to see how it comes together. But yeah, so then Wednesday you went on a run.
A run?
That was the
Oh, yeah. Where I got lost.
Yeah, we had a really dialed plan. Everything was detailed and written out.
Yeah. It was, I had, God, the last time I ran those trails was the middle of the night when I did Western State. So, and I don't know of course, I don't have anything on my phone. I'm just like, oh, I'll figure it out. I got turned around. Was that the day I swam the river, or that was the other day?
That was the day you swam. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it was, whatever. It's fine. Got a bunch of miles in, but it was hot. James is like looking for me, going to where I said I was going to be, which I wasn't even close to. I think, would you wait for like an hour and a half?
It's like 2.5.
Yeah. And so then I show up back at the house, which was 18 miles away from where I started.
Well, where I was waiting, there was no service. So after I'd been waiting for like an hour, I'm like, okay, here's the trail. I'll run up it a little ways. It's like 103 degrees. I think I only made it like 2.5 miles, and I'm like, fuck this.
It was hot on those trails.
Yeah. So I just had off of I was like, maybe I should just go get service just in case. I went up there and I was like, hey, I'll be waiting down at the spot. And you just responded almost back to the house.
Yeah. Somehow I ended up just like back towards Auburn, back in town. And I'm like, well, I'll just put in the address for the house. It's like only 3 miles away. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just run there. So
yeah,
that's what we did.
Yeah. And then fast forward a couple of days, and Friday was the first day that you were supposed to be on camera. Mm-hmm. Which I guess how movies work is, you show up on set and then wait for
ever. Yeah.
Wait for your time.
Yeah. It was, waited and then filmed. I don't know for how long, but till like 2 or 3 in the morning. Yeah.
So I guess the shooting schedule at nights is like 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. Yeah. Which is crazy.
It's a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long day. And then, I'm used to hunting films, which I hate even. I never even do a retake or a reenactment. It's just whatever happens. This is the complete opposite of that. It's like I said, if I didn't know my lines before, I definitely know them now because I went through it. Was it 20 times?
Yeah, had to be at least.
Yeah, so different camera angles of the same big scene with almost every actor in there. Cops, just crazy. And you have to do it, same energy, and it's 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So shout out, you mentioned the screenplay, but Ben Pauling, he's young, did such a great job on that. Steven, Samuel, sorry. Samuel, his brother, just great. I cannot believe how good these kids are.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then Steven's also their friend too, Stephen Cox. And he's also helped write the screenplay. These guys are like, I'm so impressed.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone in like the main cast has been awesome.
Amy. Yeah. Amy's the lead actress. She's so, these guys, when we did we did the read through once, but then we also did like, let's get on our feet kind of rehearsal acted. Then when they were doing their scenes, I was just like, holy shit, these guys are freaking good. I didn't realize because I'd never been around it, but when they were actually acting, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I guess that comes from because she did or does theater,
yeah,
which is like the flip of a switch, which is crazy. And so her and then Shay, they're both British. Yeah. So it's funny. Also, at the flip of a switch, then they have an American accent.
I know, so good.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't even speak my own language, let alone flip a switch and speak another one, like another accent. I'm just. It's a whole new world, but it's been exciting.
Yeah.
To learn about it, and I don't know how. I guess I did okay because I halfway expected to get home and have them call and say, "Yeah, we're going to make some changes. We're not going to need you anymore.
You can come back, but your cameraman can't."
Well, that's the restraining order. Pretty much lays that out. Which, it happens.
My bad.
Yeah, it's Yeah, quite a process.
Yeah, definitely. But we're going back, like you said, Friday and Saturday, so there will be more of that. And hopefully this time you're on camera both times that you're supposed to be,
Oh, yeah.
because we didn't get to the last day.
Yeah, it just things changed. There was I had to change out one actor, so the scenes that I was supposed to be in for that, we have to get a replacement actor, so we got to shoot that at another time.
It's tough.
Freaking tough business. I can't even organizing this.
Oh.
I mean, I think what we do, you have to organize. Not even these logistics.
I don't, as a film person, I think everyone looks at like the narrative and movies and they think, oh, maybe I could be into that. I could do that. But after this, I'm like, I'm totally good with what I do.
I mean, even the acting, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm sure there will be some reward to it once it's done and you're like in a theater watching it.
Definitely.
I mean, but that seems so far down the road from shooting the same scene 100 times.
Hopefully you get to do a little press run too.
I mean, I'm for sure going to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
I would.
You've already been nominated.
Yeah. I mean, if I haven't been, I don't know why I haven't been.
Yeah.
But,
politics.
Yeah. No, this is a different world. Who knows if I'll ever do it again, but it's been definitely out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, the last thing on my list is, and you're wearing it, there's been a new collection launch, the Endure series.
And Comfort Colors t-shirt, love them.
They're nice.
Yeah, super nice.
Yeah.
I could cut these sleeves off, but is that a sleeveless option we have yet?
Yeah, all the sleeveless options are all cut hand by you. hand cut by you.
Yeah.
New launch. I recommend everyone go check that out. And then also, we are in the last week of the truck giveaway.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal. So yeah, make sure.
Yeah.
Get entered into that.
Yeah, I think this week is, I don't know when this will post, probably in a day or two, still be going, but 10 times the entries, I think, on this last week.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to get that truck. I'm doing this quicker. So, this next, I'd love to do one of these every month. This one has been 90 days, I think. And, it's quicker, feels good to be able to give this away, and I'm pretty pumped to fly somebody out here and give them the keys and the $10,000 in cash. But I want to do it more often. It's just fun for me. So distracting from the grind of acting. But yeah, it's I don't know. So we'll be giving that away soon, and then the next truck gonna be sick. Haven't announced that one yet, but you're gonna want to stay tuned. I think it's okay. I'll quote this: "It's a $200,000 truck, and somebody's winning it." Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's
$200,000.
Yeah, that's it should be pretty sweet.
Oh man, I cannot wait. But yeah, and then you're gonna be doing some adventures, hopefully with Courtney coming up in the mountains, and
then that lift, run, shoot
here in a couple weeks. But we got a lot of cool stuff coming up.
Definitely, yeah. And then we'll have to talk to the film guy about when the bear film is coming out. We'll talk to him.
He's worthless. I mean, I doubt if he's done anything.
He's worthless, and he's being fired.
Yeah, we do. I thought about we should talk to, it's John, right, down there?
Dawn.
Yeah. Dawn about the counting coup. That might be a good piece for the film.
I see that as being one of the only viable avenues for having a film on counting coup.
Yeah, because he's like worked with animals so much.
Yeah.
And he's such a badass. He's so jacked.
He is ripped.
I don't know how old he is.
He's in his 70s.
Is he?
Yeah.
freaking got veins all over his arms. He's freaking jacked.
Yeah, his biceps are in his shoulders. I'm
Yeah,
like, what is going on here?
He's a stud. He's
Yeah.
a stud. He's like, what was that movie? Indian Runner? he was
Indian
in?
Runner.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, I haven't. And then Grizzly Adams,
Yeah.
which he was in the movie, not the show.
Not the show.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
he's a stud.
Yeah, a bunch of cool stories.
My favorite guys down there. Yeah, he's always got good stories.
Yeah.
So we need to get him to talk about bear hunting.
Yeah, counting coup. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think that wraps it up.
All right. I'm going to go pick up my bear meat.
Every step I take, I move my truth. Every time they tell me stop, I use every comment, hate that makes my fuel. Gather up my energy and boom. I hear them talking, saying the way that I move is so reckless. That is a part of my mind I've been blessed with. Giving my blood, so I am relentless. My fault, they want someone to blame. They sent their hate, it fuels my pace. I am Roy Tough, I am the change, the fuel, and